double click, and there it is. It's just a copy of it. Now what I'm going to do is change the name of this folder. I'm just going to click once and then click again to get into the editor of the name, and I'm just going to call it Zooms Battle Royale. Nice and easy. Royale, and you could spell that without an E or with an E. It's up to you. I'm going to click off of it to set it into place, and then I'm going to double click to get inside of it, and I have to rename this project file. Now, what's important before I start renaming it is to leave the dot in the U project. Okay, very important. .u project has to stay in the name so it knows that it's an Unreal project file. So now I'm just going to click on it once to select it and click on it again to get in there, and notice it highlights the version, the portion that I should edit and leaves the rest unhighlighted. Okay, so I'm just going to call this Zooms Battle Royale, just like I named my folder. Okay, just like that, and then hit enter and set it into place. I know that I've done it properly because this icon stays there and I still have the .u project. Okay, very important. Now what I can do is double click on it to open it inside of the Unreal Editor. Pretty easy. There we go. And it should load fairly quickly. At the time, this is 4.21. They have 4.22, but nothing in the upgrade actually we would be using, so it's okay to use 4.21. So I'm just going to make this so you guys can see it. There we go, it's in your view. And I just want to go ahead and give you a quick once around of the interface. And I know it looks like a lot is going on, but don't worry, we'll learn a lot of it as we go, and it'll actually become pretty enjoyable to use. Now, right in the middle, or the hub, is our level editor. This is where we'll be dragging in a lot of our objects. This is where we'll be editing our level and, you know, changing up the height map and doing all of our creation. That all happens right here in our level editor. Okay, and inside there's certain things you can do, like you can translate objects, and that just moves them up, down, left, or right. And then we also have our rotate. We'll be able to rotate objects with this tool, and then scale. Okay, those are very important. And these right here, these just have to do with how they get snapped. So if I'm moving something and there's a grid right here, if you can kind of see it, it's hard to see. There it is. I'm moving, I'm actually using my right mouse click button to kind of just like look around. And I can use my Alt and my left mouse click button to orbit. Okay, if you can kind of see that. And we'll learn more about that as we go because we're working on the main menu map, which is basically just a UI that pops up. You won't see the actual level. All right, but you can change up your configurations here so you can move things a little bit easier. Now, right here we have our world outliner, and inside there will be everything that we put inside of our level. Okay, everything that we put inside of our level will appear here in the world outliner, and this is similar to a program like Unity. If you've ever used Unity, that all happens there. Then we have our modes. It's just pre-built assets that we can drag and drop into our level. Right here for our basics, we have things like actors and characters and lights and things like that. Our player starts. We have actually our lights, and then some other things that we probably won't get into. Down here we have our content browser, and if I just click on content, there's some folders in there. Let's go ahead quickly and change the colors of our most important folders. That's our blueprint folders. We'll be using something called visual scripting, and if I double click on there, let's just go to, I don't know, all levels. We have this, and we'll talk more about this, but if I click on it, you'll see in here what visual scripting looks like. This is some of the preset stuff I already put in there. That's visual scripting. Pretty cool, huh? We'll get into that later, but I'm just going to close that. That's what our blueprints are. So let's go ahead and change the color of that. I'm just going to go set color, change this to blue because it's our blueprints, and drag that up so it's blue and click OK. Oh, let me show you again how to do that. Let's change our maps. Those are our levels. If I double click in there, we have our main menu map. We'll have our travel map when we're moving from level to level. We'll have a lobby map and also our main gameplay map, which will be running around, you know, trying to take out the other characters in the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to content and right click on that. Set color, new color. Let me just drag this up so you can see what I'm doing here. This is just going to be green, and remember, these are just arbitrary colors that I'm making it, although blueprint, I mean, it has to be blue, come on. And then I just click OK, and right click here on the UI. Those are the information systems that pop up on our screen and give us information, or buttons and things like that. So I'm just going to go new color, and let's change this to yellow. There we go. Let me just move this in your way, and then I just click OK. Perfect. And then the main folders, and then I have starter content. These are just some starter assets like props and things like that I can drag and drop into my level when I start building that. And third person, that actually has our character in it, the one that will be able to move around with our keyboard and navigate our levels, okay? And over here we have our details. When we click on certain objects that we have in our game, we'll be able to specify or change, alter some of their properties. That's what happens in the details. Up here we have our play button where we'll be able to test out our game, and I'll show you the different configurations we can test out our game in. I'm just going to hit play right now, and as you can see, because we're in the main menu map, we have our main menu, and it just says PlanetBravo Royale, or PB Royale. PB Battle Royale, and we have the host button, the join button, the quit button, and then enter an IP address, because when we do multiplayer, we'll have to connect to another computer. We'll be able to connect to other campers' computers and play their games, okay? And that's pretty cool. And we'll just click the join after we type in their IP address. And right now, it doesn't do anything. If I click these buttons, nothing actually happens. It just doesn't go anywhere, okay? So that's it. Make sure you go File and Save As just to get everything ready to go for the next session. All right, so have some fun exploring the interface, and I'll see you in a little bit.